Boom! What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Deli Dose of Los. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the vlog. Hope you guys are having a great day. Y'all already know, man. I've got new changes coming to the Lexus, man. So as you guys seen in the last video, we went ahead and picked up the new rooftop tent for the trailer. Super excited about that, I should say. Really excited to get back on the road, back to camping and whatnot, right? Do I need a rooftop tent to camp? Absolutely not. You do not need it. Do I want to have one? Absolutely. But enough of that. Moving on to the Lexus, man. So what are we doing? What do we got going on? We are installing fog lights in the Lexus, and we're going to be replacing them, the factory ones. I'm not really sure if they're LED or not, but we are going to be replacing them with some Baja S1 wide cornering amber lens ones. So that's what you're looking forward to seeing today, plus using the Ronin brackets to install that. So, and at the end of the video, I'll go ahead and get some drone footage of the night and kind of show you guys what it looks like, the output of them and whatnot, and maybe from the inside of it. But that's kind of the expectation of today's video. But nonetheless, let's get today's video started in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Boom. So as you guys can see, those are the lights that we're going to be using. So we went with the Baja Design S1s, wide cornering amber. So just something a little bit different. You know, the 4Runner had a lot of clear lenses and whatnot. So we're just going to go ahead and move over to an amber lens for the Lexus, kind of just see what it looks like, right, and whatnot. And then as you guys seen, we're running the Ronin Metal brackets for the fog lights. Quite interesting. If you check his stuff out on Instagram, they make like the ditch light mounts, also brackets. They go like by the rear view mirror for like the 4Runners. And that's actually kind of how I had come across them. That, and then I realized that they had made the ones for the Lexus. So that is what we're doing. So nonetheless, kind of go ahead and get started. We're gonna figure out how to take these fog lights out together. I've never actually uninstalled fog lights off of Lexus, but it shouldn't be that much harder. We're gonna probably jack it up just to kind of get a little bit more clearance in there. And I apologize about the banging. There was a windstorm last week here in Wichita, and knocked over the neighbor's fence over here at my parents' house, and they're over here putting it up. So it's beautiful. It's quite a beautiful day, actually. It's like 50 degrees in December. You know, not too bad, man. A little chilly, but you know, got to get to it. So nonetheless, let's go ahead and see if we can get this started for us. So all right, guys. So we got it kind of jacked up. Like I said, it's not really necessary to lift it up. I mean, you might be able to do this just laying down, but I just kind of did it to hopefully get you guys better camera angles and whatnot while lifting it. But let's see here. So here's what we're working with. Here's going to be the fog light. If I can get this for you guys, so we can get a little more light in, so you guys can see a little bit more. But here's the fog light. So I'm thinking maybe we just go ahead and remove the cover here, maybe access it and whatnot. So that'll take care of that. I got my little nephew's little hands out here, as you can see those. But we're gonna go ahead and knock that out real quick, and then kind of see what we can access back here, and then kind of just look at it and whatnot. So it looks like this probably just uses a couple 10 millimeters and some Phillips head screws, looks like. So let's go ahead and knock that out real quick. We went and took all the plastic screws that hold the fender liner to the bumper off, but now trying to figure out how to remove the fog light assembly. Looks like there's 3 10 millimeter bolts, which will probably be easier to explain once I get the fog light assembly out. I believe that's the only way to do so. I hope it's not tied to this turn signal that's down here, because that's gonna be really difficult to put back in. So hopefully we get it the first time, because I don't want to have to put it back in. It's kind of difficult to do it with the camera though. Even how tight it is in there is just a little difficult. So we're gonna try to just go ahead and pull this out, and then I'll show you guys what I'm explaining to you guys a little bit better. But let's give that a try. All right, guys. So here's what I was talking about. Here's the factory fog light. So you can see there's 2 bolts at the top, 1 at the bottom here. Boy, it's getting cold out here, man. It's starting to get chilly, so we're gonna have to hurry. But there you go. Quite the fog light. Very interesting setup. I Sure, those things are like $500 from Lexus, but there we go. So that is going to be replaced by the Baja Designs S1. So hopefully this looks great, man. I'm pretty excited about it nonetheless. So we got a lot of Baja Design lights coming to it. It's just really, I like the brand, the quality, the craftsmanship, and really the warranty behind them, and just really the people behind it. And you know, so it's a US based company, so can't go wrong with that. You know, people always, you know, I wouldn't say always people, but some people always feel some type of way about it because of the price of them, but you get what you pay for. You know, none of my Baja Design lights have ever really gone bad. And when I did have one small issue, I hit them up, emailed them, they shipped it out. I shipped it out to them, they shipped it back to me, fixed, and that was it. Never had an issue ever again. So that's really why, you know, we roll with Baja Designs, and again, that light output and whatnot. So nonetheless, let's go ahead and put these bad boys in here, and let's see what it looks like. Let's get the Ronin mount out of the bag, and let's get this bad boy mounted up. Super excited, man. And then once it gets dark, so I'll get some drone footage for you guys so you can see what it looks like from above the view, the type of lights that they give you, or not the lights, but the visibility, I guess, from bird's eye view, and then from the inside and whatnot. So we'll see though. But let's go ahead and knock these bad boys out. All right, guys. So here's what we got going on. So I'm gonna have to remove the harness from the fog light. This harness here, I'm gonna cut it maybe midway. I'm gonna cut it off, so it's gonna give me the factory connector, right? And then I got this old harness I have here from one of my old Baja Squadron Pros, and or not Squadron Pros, but just regular Squadron lights, sports, right? And we're gonna splice this harness into the factory harness. So therefore, it will be two connections, right, or two possible problems, right? But the reason I'm doing that is because I do want a factory connection on that light to this mount. And I don't want to cut the factory harness. I would rather cut the harness off the fog light assembly, right? Because it's just too much trouble. So therefore, when I put it in there, I just hook it up to the factory harness. So that's the plan. So we're just going to kind of splice it together real quick, and hopefully it turns out in the way we'd like for it to be. So let's give it a try real quick. Alright guys, so bear with me here. Apologies about my wiring job. I did, you know, just teach myself how to wire. But I put some sheathing on here, some wire sheathing to kind of clean it up, to get it to focus. There we go. So I get some wire sheathing on here with some little heat shrink to kind of keep it from moving. And then spliced it with some marine grade butt connectors. And so there we go. Let's go ahead and hook this bad boy up and see if it works before we bolt it all up. But that's kind of what we got there. So give it a try. Boom, guys, it looks to be working, man. So let's go ahead and get it all bolted back together. It is getting chilly out here. Now, let's move to the driver's side, and then we'll kind of get it all wrapped up. But actually very simple, just kind of figuring out how to uninstall it was probably the hardest thing of it all. But nonetheless, let's go ahead and put it back together. Let's see what it looks like once it's bolted in. All right, guys, so it is getting cold out here, so I'm gonna try to rush. But here's what I'm gonna say is, if you're looking at it from the front, so here's the brackets, right? So essentially, here's the Baja Design light. So, right, this goes on top like this, right? This and this cutout, I didn't know, I couldn't find instructions, and I could be wrong, but this cutout should always point towards the outside. So if you're looking at it from the front, essentially like this would be the driver's side, if that makes sense. And then this one would be the passenger side. So the cutout goes here because there's a little notch in the factory piece. That notch kind of sits in here. So I didn't know that. It'd be good to know. I just couldn't figure it out. But if there's instructions, you know, correct me if I'm wrong, but that notch right there, so the notch points out, I guess I should say, right? So this notch, driver's or passenger side, the opposite would go on the driver's side, but that's essentially what it's going to look like now. My OCD, you know, wishes I should have turned the lens around to be Baja on top, the little Baja Design sign on top, and then Baja Design, the wording on the bottom. But I'm also OCD about the O-ring that is inside this lens. I hate to take it out and mess it up and then ruin the actual light. But let's go ahead and bolt this together, throw this on the Lexus, and then we'll start the driver's side. I'm trying to rush a little bit. It is getting a lot colder. The sun's going down, and we gotta hurry. All right, guys, it is getting cold out here. So got the driver's side put on, passenger side put on. It's a lot easier once we figured out how to get the bracket installed. Man, it is getting cold out here. So I had to change out my hat for a beanie. Got the driver's side popped up. And now what we're doing is working on removing the mud guard. Not the mud guard, yeah, the fender liner, mud guard, whatever. And once we get that, we'll go ahead and throw on or remove the factory fog light. Come over here to my little homemade station, hook it up, wire it together, throw it back on here, and we should be good. You know, this process isn't too long. I think once just getting the fog light assembly removed and getting your wiring set up, it's easy peasy. That's probably the hardest thing, and this cold doesn't make it any better. But I'm gonna go ahead and finish this off real quick. I'll come back and I'll get the wiring set up, but let's go ahead and knock this fog light off real quick. Boom, that's a little clip of the little homemade wire harness I made. So by no means there's nothing special. It ain't no top tier electrician, automotive electrician work, but it's what I can do. It's my work, so it's pretty nice. So I gotta admit, it looks pretty good, pretty good. Let's go ahead and put together the fog light assembly. Then let's go ahead and knock this bad boy out because it's getting cold out here. Boom, there you go. It's done. Bad boy. Now let's just go ahead and hook this bad boy back up here. And just like that, it's good to go. guys, officially done, officially home. So, give you guys my full insight of it. Fog lights, first initial review. I love them. Look great. They are pretty bright. I didn't drive with them towards oncoming traffic just because they want to blind anybody. So, that being said, parking lot looked great when I was on the road by myself and no one was coming. It looks really great as far as visibility and whatnot, so definitely do like him. Can't wait to take him out on the trail. Installation process wasn't too difficult. I'd say trying to figure out how to remove the mud flap, and I hate how this shadow of the light is crossing my face, but installation process not too bad. I'd probably give it a 2 out of 3. The wiring, you know, I'm a big stickler on wiring and all that stuff, so that probably took the most time in trying to make sure it's set up properly and make sure there's no issues, because I don't really want to have to do it twice, right? So other than that, the Ronin Metal brackets, super legit, super great, super impressed by the quality of them. Other than that, that's pretty much it, man. So if you made it this far in the video, again, I appreciate y'all's watching the video, making it this far. Hope this helped you guys. If it did, definitely put in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. And hopefully here, if I can get some days to get nice and warm, I'll install the lift kit here soon so we get the tires and whatnot mounted back up. Because, boy, I am tired of them sitting in the garage. They're taking up too much room. So hopefully we can do that. Or if I get some shop time somewhere, I can throw that on same day type of thing. So either whatnot. But put in the comments what you guys think about today's video. If you guys got something from it, put in the comments. If you like today's video, hit the like button for me. And if this is your first time or you've been around and you like what you see and are interested in seeing more, hit that subscribe button for your boy, man. It really helps the channel out. But that being said, I'm going inside. It's chilly, it's cold, and I'm done for today. So peace.